Chapter 4, A Confidential Conversation. I realized, Anastasia continued, that physical disease is nothing compared with mental torments, but at that time I was not yet able to treat the soul. I wanted to know how I could do this, or even if I could do it at all. Now I know it is possible. And I found out something else, that physical diseases appear in man not just as a result of his self-withdrawal from nature around him, and not just as a result of the dark feelings which he allows himself to take in. The diseases also can be a means of warding off or even deliverance from considerably greater torments. Diseases are one of the devices or means of communication between the supreme intelligence, God, and man. Man's pain is his pain too, but it could not be otherwise. How else could you get the message, for example, do not keep throwing into your stomach all sorts of harmful stuff? You tend not to listen to words of reason, after all. That's why the message comes through pain. But instead, you swallow painkillers and go back to stubbornly doing your own thing. So, I countered, I guess this is Vladimir talking, it follows then, in your opinion, that there's no need to treat people at all? No need to help them with their ailments? Quote, help there should be, but first of all, to gain a proper understanding of the origins of the disease. Quote, man needs help in discerning what the supreme intelligence, God, desires to say to him. But that is a most difficult task. One can make mistakes. Pain, after all, is a confidential conversation between two beings who know about each other. Interference from a third party often harms man instead of helping him. Quote, well, why then did you rid me of my diseases? I asked Anastasia. Does that mean you've harmed me in some way? Quote, all your diseases will come back to you if you do not change your lifestyle, your attitude to things around you, and to yourself. If you do not change some of your habits, they are the causes of your diseases. I have done no harm to your soul. It became clear to me that it would be impossible to persuade Anastasia to make money out of using her healing abilities until she had sorted things out for herself. My business plan had fallen apart. Anastasia must have noticed my irritation, for then she said, quote, do not be upset, Vladimir. I shall try to grasp everything as quickly as possible. And now, if you really want to help others and yourself and not just make money, I shall tell you about the means by which man can cure himself from many diseases without undesirable side effects, as might happen when outsiders try to interfere in his destiny. If indeed you want to listen to this. Quote, what choice do I have? I'm not going to change your mind in any case. Tell me. Quote, there are several main causes underlying the diseases of the human flesh, namely harmful feelings, emotions, an artificial dietary regime, an unnatural meal schedule and food composition, the lack of short-term and long-term goals, that's a big one, and a misapprehension of one's essence and purpose in life. Positive emotions, a variety of plants, and a reappraisal of one's essence and purpose in life, all these are capable not only of counteracting diseases, but also of significantly enhancing one's physical and mental or emotional state. As far as bringing back, under the conditions of your world, man's lost connection with plants, I have already told you about that. After man has established a direct personal contact with plants, it is much easier to make sense of everything else. The ray of love, too, is capable of curing many diseases of one's fellow man, even prolonging his life by creating around him a space of love. But man himself, once he has managed to arouse positive emotions in himself, can use them to extinguish pain and cure the diseases of the flesh, even the effects of poison. Quote, what does that mean, arousing positive emotions? I queried. How can one think good thoughts if one has a toothache or a stomachache? Quote, pure, clear moments of life, positive emotions, like guardian angels, will overcome pain and disease. Quote, but what if someone doesn't have enough pure and clear moments to arouse the positive healing emotions? What should he do then? Quote, he should create at once something to make them appear. They appear when people around you treat you with genuine love. So you must create a situation along those lines. Create it by your actions in respect to those around you. Otherwise, your guardian angel will not be able to help you. Quote, I wonder whether I have ever had them myself, and if so, how strong they were. How does one call them forth? Quote, this can be done through reminiscing. For example, let's recall something good, something pleasant from your past. With the help of that image, try to feel the soft and pleasing state of mind you experienced back then. Do you want to try it now? I shall help you. Try it. All right, let's give it a try. Please lie down on the grass and relax. You can remember, starting from this point in your life, right now, going back into the past. Or you can start with your childhood and proceed up to the present day. Or you can jump at once to the most pleasant memories and feel the sensations connected with them. I lay down on the grass. Anastasia lay down beside me and pressed her fingers against mine. I thought her proximity might prevent me from concentrating on my reminiscences, and I said, perhaps I'd better be alone. Quote, I shall be very quiet. When you start remembering, you will forget about me, and you will not feel the touch of my hand. But I can help you remember everything more quickly and vividly.